Alright, I think I'm live now. Hello there, everyone. My name is Fleer, Future Demon Lord, and welcome back to PGR. It has been a week. 9 days to be specific, but I am finally back. Finally back. Good grief, man. It's been such a long time. I've missed this game. You know what's funny, actually? Of my time being away, when I logged back in, I got scolded by Lucia. Of course, she's not doing it now, but she's giving me a stern talking to. That's what I'm going to say. She's giving me a stern talking to. If only I could find the interaction. Oh my god. No, it's not this. It's something else. Let me see. She's giving me a stern talking to. Not to go away again. My god, man. I think it's this one. Excessive online. No. Excessive offline time. Oh my god. Yeah, she's giving me a stern talking to. Although she is quite wholesome, though. I'm starting to, you know, really like Lucia as it is. But at the same time, though, I don't really know much about her. Other than, like, what we do know. I mean, we're in the same squad and everything. We're in Grey Raven. But I'm curious about what's the deal with this new frame. And I know it's, like, something that's hidden, like, behind, like, the long haul of the story. So I am curious to see what the deal is with it. I guess I'll see eventually. What's up with this? Display pose 4. Use coating Love's Dawn to unlock. And display pose 5. Use coating Love's Dawn and scene from a love story across time. So what is that? A love story across time. What is that? Is that? I'm pretty sure I did this already, right? This is the love story across all time, right? Yes, a love story across time. Yeah, I beat that already. Ooh, should I pull for the Lucia skin? The Love's Dawn now. As I was opposed to getting this this coding because I didn't have the character. But now that I have the character, should I actually try to get the coding? Is it worth? I don't know, man, if it's worth, honestly. Anyways, let me go do my dailies real quick. It's been a while, man. Oh man, I don't know what my dailies are anymore. Okay, let me go ahead. It's a complete event. Your chores. Very good. Very good. And then we do this right here. And then that. And then this. Wait. Where's my chores? Okay, here we go. Yeah, send them off to do my bidding. Oh man, doing the chores. You know, actually, it's kind of fun, though, doing the chores. I don't know. Do your dishes and you put on the jams. Oh, boy. Sounds pretty good. Anyways, I'm going to top up. Well, I'm not really going to top up. I will get this. I will get that. My dailies. Good stuff, man. Okay, we got that. Now, where is it? Resources. Gotta do Teddy. Yes, sir. Let's do that. And then, where is 21? Yes, 21. Got to do you too. Yes. Alright, and also, where is Vera? Gotta do you too. Yes, sir. Alright. Because I gotta get my A ranks up. You know, unironically, I'm starting to feel like I have to do my A ranks because, like, it's like simulated siege. In simulated siege, it kind of gives me like random A ranks, and I'm like, what the hell, man? I don't have these built. And I feel like also if like the oh wait, emissions. I feel like also with what's it called? I think it's like the tides or something. It's one of these like roguelike dungeon crawling nonsense thing that I just can't stand. it's like, oh, you have to use like whatever we give you. And it's like, huh? Wait, why am I not moving? Okay, there we go. It's like, huh? Because like, if you don't have like all your characters built, then like, you can't do it on the hardest difficulty unless you pull like, you know, Lucia automatically. It's just so bad. I'm kind of trying to get like all my characters up. By the way, I should probably do this. Oh, I haven't done any of these. Oh god. Oh, I'm in. Oh, whoa. What's going on? Hero squad is empty. Wait, where's the hero squad? Defending. I'm in first place. I haven't even done anything yet. Is there no one in the hero squad? Or am I just not seeing because I haven't done anything yet? Okay. I guess I'm gonna clear both of these out before we start here. Ah, fuck it. I'm not gonna do this. I want to read. That's what I want. I don't want to do that. I want to read. I have been waiting to read for such a long time. And I missed this story. Oh my god. It's been such a long time. I missed this story. I miss it so much. Ugh. Thank goodness. I'm finally here. Alright, let me mount my phone over here. Good. Let me drink my water. Because it's so hot over here, by the way. No coffee for me today. But it is time to read. And I forgot all my voices I gave these characters. Oh boy. Let me try to piece together what I saw last time. I think... Okay, so this is the story of Noan, or I guess Shrek, right? And so at the beginning of it, what was it? He was thrown off a train, and then we met up with the Grey Raven Commandant, and he was just slowly trying to piece together his memories, and also, it gave me a lot of like the backstory behind him as a kid. Julie died, which is like the mother, and then there's like this one girl that's like playing as like, I don't know, the mentor or whatever. But I saw snippets of her dying or something to no one, which is interesting. But then because the mother is gone, he became like mature-ish. And he took up the job as like being, what is it, the military or whatever they have over there on Adelic. And then he saved this boy and got the respect of everyone over there. I think that's what it was. And then here we are today, where he's part of the crew now, right? Yes, so the beggar and the giver. When I came across the beggar, I did not give him alms. I have no wish to give alms. I stand above alms givers. For him, I only disgust, suspicion, and hate. And when I become a beggar, I do not receive alms. I do not wish to see any give alms. What does alms mean? I never heard that word before. I only receive disgust, suspicion, and hate from the ones that stand above alms givers. Interesting. Alm. What is an alms giver? I don't know what that means. Anyways. That's great, Noan. Hearing about what just happened, Field feels genuinely happy for Noan. So what are you gonna do, though? I'll just stay here. There aren't many books I like here, and I have you coming by like this to tell me about your day, too. But hey, why the long face? I consider myself lucky for being able to stay here to wait for things to get better. I mean, considering what my dad did. I mean, Bancroft. This boy's got nothing to do with it. That man. The man himself has definitely got some issues. Now those words, it punched me so hard in the belly that he felt nauseous. Because this is exactly how people described him and his mother not so long ago. I've been looking for an arms dealer to work with, but he'd always find out about it every time I made a move. Arms dealer, she said. Right. See, the weapons that the cargo crew uses are things that guys up there don't need anymore, or are simply too old. It's a real pain in the butt fighting the corrupted and bandits we come across on missions with those weapons. Just imagine how we'd fare fighting against those guys up there with them. They're just gonna keep coming back to screw us over if we don't have what it takes to stop them. Is that our only way out, though? Well, it is. The royal family is nothing but an empty shell as it is now. And the aristocrats? They're still around. They've lost sight of Ashlar. Trying to work things out peacefully with them is a waste of time because they don't give a damn about people's lives. Given how dire the situation is out there, we can't really ask any external forces to come and help us deal with the ACA. So in other words, we're on our own, and we need weapons to fend ourselves. Fend for ourselves. Not fend ourselves. That would be weird. And now, we need to hurry up because things are only going to work to our disadvantage if we let them drag on. And about Bancroft though. Right. The kid you saved before is his son, right? Yeah? Never mind. I'm not going to ask you to stop hanging out with him, but I want you to keep your mouth zipped about what I tell you. Right, of course. I'll be away again for some time. I want you to continue your training while I'm away. Yes, Captain. Seeing you're about to step out, no one suddenly remembers a question you wanted to ask. What do we need to do to get our hands on those weapons? People are barely able to keep their heads above water now that the punishing virus is wreaking havoc. So how exactly are we supposed to get those weapons we need to fight the guards above? Some of the factories and second-hand markets in the hidden alleys around the reservation areas, they might have such weapons, but how in the world does Rachel have the resources in exchange for all those weapons they need? Sitting beside his friends, no one tries to get to the bottom of this riddle. How, you ask? I got extra pay here. What Rachel said pops into mind. Extra pay. It's true that I crossed the line, but what I did brings about a better tomorrow for the people, I'd gladly do it again and pay the same price. Oh, Julie, I miss you. Is this why? Are you helping your mom? Yes, I'm trying to help her. I don't always agree with what she says or what she does. I have no right to question her either. The boys starting to piece the puzzle together. Mom went down the path to help Rachel get the resources she needed to get those weapons. Isn't there another way out? Why did they have to poison her if that was the truth? Just how is Rachel supposed to get all the resources she needs with Julie now dead? That's 2 months later. Bancroft Field's father is finally back home from his mission. He's meeting up with Field and Nolan. Alright, I gave Barbara, the chief from the logistics crew, some resources hoping that she'd look at the field when I wasn't around, but man. Barbara, the chief? Yes, super close to Assad. I see them together all the time. It's my hunch that they're getting married soon. Seems like I totally was wrong about her. Anyhow, thank you for saving my son. Well, of course. I totally forgot to introduce myself. My name is Bancroft. And we worked on pharmaceutical factory around the reservation area before until corrupted assaulted the place and killed my wife. I already told him all that, Dad. Oh, you did, huh? Seems like you found yourself a good buddy, son. Right. Sir, is it true that you know Ashworth from the upper level? Well, I do know those that work for Ashworth, but our relationship is mostly business-oriented. When we left our reservation area, we brought him some semi-finished products from the Dipolate facility. It's probably a good idea to tell people sooner or later. People down here don't exactly like those guys, so... Oh, right, of course, and thank you. Bancroft looks away with a frown, seeming as though he's about to say no more. Or say more. Sir? Oh, hey, I mean, sure, I'll keep that in mind. And please don't lend him a hand. Worried? No one recalls what Rachel said to him. Right. The man now seems a little flustered. By the way, can I ask you to take care of Field for just a few more days while I'm out on a delivery mission for Team 41? I'll come here to pick him up as soon as we find ourselves a permanent spot. No problem, sir. We're good friends. Yep. Everything's gonna go well in your missions these days, right, Dad? Bancroft frowns again when Field brings up the subject. What's wrong, Dad? It's nothing. You've never been good at lying, Dad. I probably can't help you physically, but I can give you some ideas. Get to help solve the history's most difficult problems and puzzles, remember? You were the one who told me this. You're right. Well, things don't look good these days. The cargo box that used to do delivery is getting old, and it's got a piece that's blown off when we were attacked the other night. We realized we lost a bunch of goods when we were done cleaning up the corrupted and checked the cargo box. It's not the first time the cargo crew let things go missing. Those words, they suddenly pop into no one's mind. Words that his mother said to Rachel long ago. I'm guessing it's that scavenger. Scavengers on the verge of dying that did that. Although, I have no evidence to say so definitely. Did you check the camcorder? Oh no, son, we don't have that. I heard that they only carry a camcorder when they're delivering valuable goods. Is it expensive to make one? I had some thought about it actually, but people's theory is that we won't stop bothering trying to catch the perps anyway, even if we had them on a camcorder, because they're mostly just homeless scavengers. The security rules here, they're a little different from the pharmaceutical factories. It's safe most of the time. It's safe most of the time there with constructs going through shifts guarding the place. Have you seen Barbara? I have some updates for her. Wait, but she's a chef now? No, I know, but she's taking over Julie's place because Assad has apparently vowed for her competency. And part of what we do overlaps with her area of responsibility. I only address her as chief, or chef, because that's what everyone calls her. She's probably a facade. I'll be right back then. Man lowers down and starts checking on field. How you doing, big guy? Got a fever? No, but I've run out of medicine. That's fine. I'll go exchange some for you. Let's go. Exchange? Yep. We need a doctor at upper level. Has the medicine I need, so we need to go to him to trade in resources for my medicine. You still have resources left? The only thing we have left is my mother's bracelet. We'll visit the doctor again in 3 months, and I'll save up enough resources by then. Dad. It's okay, son. You're the only family I've got left in the world, and I can't afford to lose you. But when do you have to go? Oh, pretty soon. I have another mission to catch tonight. Bancroft. He holds filled up and waves at Nolan. Thank you so much again. We'll see you around. See ya, Nolan. See ya. That was a long segment there. And also, who's... Oh, I remember. I was gonna say, who's Barbara? Oh, I remember Barbara. Barbara. Oh, man, the goat. I remember Barbara. Yeah. She's like kind of like the right-hand man for Nino, right? Or I don't remember. All I know is I saw her with him. So I kind of assume that she is. But how interesting, Captain Nino. You probably want to stay away from that field, kid. Where after no one finished eating with the gang and was about to get busy with a mission with Shauna. Oh, it's Shauna, actually. No, not Barbara. That's Shauna. Shauna the goat. Not Barbara. Barbara, you're not the goat. I mean, maybe you are, but not my goat. Nino drags a chair over and sits before him. Bancroft has screwed up quite a few times. They're both troublemakers. Because he lost goods? Not just that. See? There is a lot of that meets the eye of the guy's connection with the guys up there. Hey, Nino. Glad you're here. Hurry up and help us untangle these yarns. Shauna throws a torn sweater over to Nino. She asks him to work together with Nolan and to remove the threads that are still fine, tied him and balled him up. He was about to say something, but instead decided to swallow it and work away with Nolan. That guy's fishy with a capital F. See, we've got a few of our men busted over already before he came. and they said they found evidence of major wrongdoings committed by our guys. But to guess whose fate? I guess who's the one who reported everything to those guys up there without saying a word to Rachel? Yeah, and Bancroft isn't the only snitch around. Aristocrats kind of know what we're up to, so they set up a nice little system of rewards in place to turn against one another down here. System rewards? What are you talking about? Look over there. And down at the end of the car, a guard dragging a civilian by the hair toward the industrial carriage, with another guard taking away all of his resources. See, people can do anything, so long as there are perks for it in them, for them. Yo, dude, hold your horses down there and chill out. Scenes like this are a commonplace now, but no one can never pretend they don't bother him. Captain told me not to get involved. He lowers his head in frustration and carries on with his work. I'm glad you kept your cool. The guy probably lost goods or messed up the industrial carriage. Funny. Funny that they never busted him until now, though. The bumblebees pretty much get paid for slacking off every day. Captain Cargo member Wayland. Better hope the odds are in our favor, buddy. Hearing the discussion over there, Wayland turns this way with his bowl in hand. What? I'm damn queen. Wow, says the guy with both of his hands dirty with all the mud. Everything we're doing is breaking the rules. And don't even get me started on the shady things that a bunch of us is doing to keep our heads above water. And even if we ignore all discussion's sake, the guards pay the snitch a cut of resources to confiscate. So even if you're as damn clean as you say, people can still drag you through the mire when they get hungry. I see you have an empty bowl there. Give us a hand, will ya? John tosses another torn sweater to Wayland. Come on! I came over with the bowl exactly because I didn't want to get dragged into this. Wayland protests as he puts down his bowl and joins the ranks of Nino and Nolan. What are those snitches after, though? Probably the perks that they get right away. Why give a damn to some long-haul revolution when there are perks to get... Wait, what? I'm confused. Probably the perks they get to have right away. Why give a damn to some long-haul revolution when there are perks you get to enjoy right away, right? There are tons of scum like Bancroft out there that are willing to do just about anything to save their own butts. Can't believe he's the kid's dad. Well, I've seen the boy. Cute kid. Pretty smart too. He's almost as well behaved as Four Eyes. Four Eyes? I swear, even in these days, they still use the term Four Eyes. I never understood that, by the way. Why do they call people who wear glasses Four Eyes? Is it because, you wear the glasses and it magnifies your vision? So it's like 2 times the vision. So then they call you Four Eyes because you have 2 times 2? I don't get it, man. 4 eyes, huh? Okay, anyways. But we still need to give Nolan some credit here. He's doing so much better now that he just showed up. Shivering from laughing, Jonah slaps Nolan on the shoulder. People change, especially kids. Birds of a feather flock together, eh? I gather the kid has been flocking a whole lot with you then. Not a whole lot. We do eat together on a regular basis. Which isn't a bad thing, really. People broaden your world, right? Word. Where were we just now? You were just saying how Bancroft can do anything. Oh, right, dude. Dude has a snitch to survive because he's at his wit's end. But everyone's going down together if things down here stay the way they do. What exactly is to blame, though? The aristocrats? Human nature? Or this hellhole itself? A bit of each, I guess. But going back to what I was saying, you want to stay away from that field knowing Bancroft is anything but kind. But that's not what you said about my mom and me. We're saying these things for your own sake, son. For my sake? People only opened their arms to Nolan because he stood up for field. There's no way no one is going to cut ties with Field to earn his place among these people. You're trying to distance yourself from Field when you were the one saying how he's different from his dad. Hey, why are you taking the kid's side, son? Because he's my friend. I've been in his shoes. If you can't stop doubting and hating on someone that needs help, how are you going to prove yourself innocent when the table turns somewhere down the road? Word. Simple away, kid. Seems like all the reading is doing wonders down here. Come on, you're taking a kid's side too? See, no one hangs himself around Rachel all the time. And you just never know what Bancroft is gonna do if no one gets screwed over somewhere down the road. Y'all still remember what happened to Julie, yeah? Wait, what? Look, son, just do as we say. If you don't want what happened to your mom to happen to you. Do you know who killed her, Wayland? Huh? No one does have his own theory about his mother's death, and yet, he's never had any information to check against his theory. He never figured out the perp's motive. How in the world? Oh, silly me. I gotta get going now. Seemingly perturbed, Wayland puts on a sweater on the table, halfway done, and makes a run for it before anyone knows what just happened. I have an idea over who actually killed Julie, but I'm not gonna say it. It might be a spoiler. I have an idea. It makes the most comedic sense. I think I know who did it, but there's no guarantee it's like the actual, like, it's like I think I know, but like at the same time I don't want to say. I think I know. Farewell and Shadow. There's nowhere to find him in a carriage full of light. Oh, is he going to be looking for Wayland then? Ain't knowing. Did your dad leave? Right. Hey, look. No one was about to tell Field of what he had just heard from Field's dad, but decided to drop the topic. So what did the doctor say? He said my immune system isn't working properly, which is why I came under the weather a lot more down here, or it's wet and cold. Well, I can't wait for summer. I won't be sick so often when summer is here, and Dad won't have to worry about me all the time. The summertime? I personally hate the summertime. I would rather for the wintertime. As I think, like, one of the questions is, or the big debates is like, would you rather be hot or cold? And me personally, I would take cold any day. I'm sorry, heat? I can deal with the heat, but at the same time though, it's just like at a conventional sense. Like if you're hot, right? What can you do to cool down? I mean, I guess it's like AC, but like beyond that, there's not really much you can do. You take off your clothes or something. But if you're cold, you can always just bundle up, put more clothes on, and then you just warm yourself up that way. That's what I like about, you know, the cold as compared to the heat. If it's heat, you're screwed. If it's cold, just bundle up. That's what I mean, man. But anyways, Field rubs his fingers against the vial in his hand. It comes with no label. This medicine, it cost us a fortune. Was your dad stay connected with Ashwar to keep his access to the medicine? I have no idea. He refuses to tell me anything about it. You like the summer, Nolan? I don't have a favorite season because it doesn't really make a difference on the train. But I guess I might have one when I eventually go out with the cargo crew. That's cool. Say, why not let's go to the forest to look for fireflies in the summer? Fireflies? But why though? Because they're beautiful? Have you seen one? In the books I read, yes. And I've drawn some before. Nolan picks up a pencil and on a makeshift sketchbook he puts together using scrap of papers, draws a vertical line and circles. The circles seem like a cross between the dandelions and the growing balls that one would see in reading mangas. No, Nolan, fireflies don't look like this. With his fingers, Nolan traces out a firefly. The firefly has a pair of wings, and the only part of it that glows is his tummy. We can try to look it up on a terminal, but I'm sure it wouldn't look as pretty as it does in the pictures that you see in person. There's still any around? Well, yes. My mom brought me to this place to see them before. We should do that too. That sounds great. I can go out to the cargo crew after my training. Nolan looks up and stares at the dusty lights affixed to the car's ceiling. Fireflies, huh? I heard a lullaby about that. It has to do with fireflies. Lullaby? Wait, you mean this one? Seeing no one looking back at the bewildered look, Bill hums out a part of what he believes to be the lullaby no one is talking about. No, not this one. Thinking for a few moments, Bill hums out a different tune. Something different. Yes, that's the one. I see. Deep in thought, they fall silent. Have you heard about what? Wait, what? Crazy, man, I cannot read. Have you heard about how people think that the grass turns into fireflies when it withers and decays? I think I read about that somewhere. But that's just superstition in the past, no? Well... My mom would describe it as this grass of our roots deep in the soil. But she never told me why she thought that. But I think I know why now. Field. He runs his eyes through the words in the book again and again. We're as mundane as grass, see? See, this is what it says in the book. Wild grass strikes no deep roots. It has no beautiful flowers or leaves, yet it imbibes dew, water, and the blood and flesh of the dead, all trying to rob them of life. As long as it lives, it is trampled upon and mown down, until it dies and decays. But that doesn't mean wild grass is worthless. You die because you lived, and you rot because you were. Dying weeds bear new lives, and while the skies might not be the brightest now, the fire burning across the grass field will light up the skies all the same. It all makes sense then. What the people say about grass turns into fireflies when it withers and decays. Well, because people, they can't stop missing something when it's gone, no matter how mundane it might be. Field. He looks at Nolan with a serious look on his face. People tend to form their own imagination and association by reading books. While they're still young, but it's entirely worth it that they can turn their imagination and association into torches that light up the path ahead of them. Why are you telling me all this all of a sudden, though? Well, because I was just reading this book, and because goodbye keeps coming up. The lullaby you brought up. So, I thought of my mom. How she might have turned into a firefly and might be waiting for me out there in the forest to say goodbye to me. Does that all sound like some fantasy I made up? Make myself feel better? No, it doesn't. But see, I was just thinking that people do turn to fireflies when they died, and we never have a chance to say goodbye to them, right? I'm just trapped in my memory, and at night, maybe, I just need a bit farewell to myself. Well, why would you do that, though? I'm responsible for my mom's death. She'd always encourage me to read. We didn't have a whole lot of books at home. The terminal in the pharmaceutical facility had a lot of electronic documents in it, so she'd take me every now and then at night when there was no one around. Things went terribly wrong that night. Bill looks down in silence as he turns the pages of the book he's holding, and only opens his mouth to speak again after what seems like an eternity. Since my mom died, there hasn't been a day where I didn't regret it. And Dad's been living on the edge ever since to get me my medicine. All the while, we've been living in the melancholy of the past and been anything but helpful. I could just say goodbye to her in the forest when she died. Would I be able to let it all go and have what it takes to carry on? No one shook his head. She made that choice to protect you, and I'm sure she'd want you to forget about her. And I'm also sure that she never want to see you crippled by regret. You're absolutely right. I'm just scared of facing it. I can't do it. I just can't be like you, Nolan. You've lost so much coming so far, but you've never given up. Huh? What do you mean? No one doesn't understand those words. as he thinks he learned things the hard way, and already came to grips with reality. Ain't your memory, or what you believe in. You hold on to them both. You never had stood up for me or lent me a hand. A hand. A hand if you had already given them up. Bill puts his now slightly cold hand on Nolan's shoulder. Deep down, you're into those heroic stories, aren't you? None of them is real, though. It's only because you don't have the power to make them so, Nolan. Not that you aren't determined enough. What's the difference anyways? I'll crush you if your power is all you have. But you're different. You went out of your way to help me, knowing full well that you were no match for the guard. And that, Nolan, that's determination. Determination, huh? I was close to screwing up everyone back then. And Rachel asked me to swear that I'd never do it again. If I ever come across something like that. Nolan. Bill walks up to Nolan and pats Nolan's face. Yes? Come on, Nolan. I know you might be feeling guilty for putting everyone in harm's way, but nothing changes the fact you saved me, and that's proof that you can still do what you want to do, even when you don't yet have what it takes to make it perfect. And I'll keep you. I'll keep what you did for me in mind, and help people in need when I see them. You might not be able to help everyone out there who's in need, but everyone you help will go on to help someone else. Sounds great, right? Would you still do if helping them means you're going to make everyone suffer? Sure. I mean, kindness is a choice, but the world is to blame if it doesn't allow us to make that choice. And that reminds me of what you said. What you said that day when you came to help us. If you think I'm out of my mind trying to help, then screw that. Boy, you really need to forget that. Huh? But why though? Wait, does that make you cringe? You used the word cringe. Interesting. Bingo. Oops. Dude, just pretend I never said that any of that already. Okay, fine. I'll stop with that. I'm never going to forget what you did for me. And see, it's really got me thinking. I think I'm going to help people however I can once my leg gets fitter. But you're already doing that, Field, and you're helping me already. I am? You are, you see. No one suddenly recalls all the things that people said about Field, and he can't help but feel tormented when he compares them with all the heartwarming encouragements he's heard from Field over the past few days. Drawing a breath in hesitation, no one decides to sweep it all under the carpet with a thanks. Thank you, Field. Thanks for telling me all this. Not knowing why he's being thanked, the blonde boy lowers his head and laughs. What do you want to be in the future, Nolan? In the future, huh? Yeah, a dream, a plan, anything. Something you want for yourself. Nolan closes his eyes in silence. Well, he said something about he can't seem to recall the words that came out of his mouth. How in the world did he ever forget something so casual? And you? What are you going to do? I just want to get better so I can leave the train and go in the forest to see all the fireflies. Preferably with you and Dad. I know we're close yet, so I guess we'll just have to look forward to the summer first. You really love summer, don't you? With a burning passion, I do. Because it's only when summer is here that I don't get sick all the time. It isn't exactly cold in the car, but Field just can't help looking forward to the summer. Summer's warm and all, but that's probably also when Field gets to relieve all of his good memories without any worries. What would you like a new name for good luck? Like what? Field Lucifer. Summer Epiphaestus. Phaestus? Epiphaestus. I don't know what that means. For the love of God. Hugging himself, Field shivers from head to toe. So how about it? Oh, how about Field Seraph? Von Nijord. Wait, what? Nijord Frau des Fleurs. What kind of name is that? It's just a mix of everything. Field raises his voice in something he rarely ever does. Just call me Summer. I think that should give me enough luck. Alright, Summer it is. And thanks. I can totes add to it too, though. You sure you're okay with it? Thanks, but no thanks. Yeah, thank goodness, please don't add any more, because I can't say those names. What is that? Najord un Fre Fuyo. What kind of name was that? I don't know, man. But 2 months go by. Bancroft works day and night to make up for the lost goods. Except there is no end to his team's blunders, no matter how hard he works. He manages to stay around with his connections to the aristocrats up there, but he's been finding it increasingly difficult to stay safe lately. Or to stay lately, with his team messing things up again and again. Every so often, no one would see Rachel give him a real peace of her mind in front of people. He'll just run out of medicine, and the hellhole that's lower, that is the low level, is eating away at his body, putting him through a lot of fevers again and again. Yet he'd always lie to his father when he comes to check on him. When no one trains, Phil would say or stay in the book storage most of the time, where he would either be reading or napping in the corner. Hey, Summer, I'm back. Did you see my dad tonight? He's supposed to be back in a few hours today. No, I did. And he left after asking me a few questions about you. Did he find the lost goods? Not yet. What did the captain say? Well, I'd have personally busted some shitheads that tried to do their little things with goods, and mind you, you're getting busted next if you pull another trick on me. Please, Captain, I didn't do this. Says the man who hasn't been recording. What? Says the man who has a record of working with the aristocrats. My son is in very bad condition, and he's the only one I could ask help from. You've really got up your game, Bancroft. She's pretty much said the same things she had before. What did people say, though? Doesn't anyone have any idea who stole the goods? Well, Bancroft, you said. That man's a real thief, and he's done it all. I want to be there to see him die the day he gets torn to pieces by the corrupted. Oh, so it's actually Bancroft and that's the one that's stealing the goods. I mean, I understand, like, you know, his son is sick, so he's gonna do anything he can to, you know, make ends meet. When people are in a pinch, they usually will turn against the world to protect what's theirs. And so it kind of makes sense that he's the one stealing the goods. But I don't know, is he really the one stealing the goods? I mean, it sounds like he is. Everything's like pointing towards he's the one stealing the goods. Oh man, the cargo crew member. Better stay away from his son, boy. Young boy will probably grill you when he gets hungry. They don't seem like they want to help. I'll definitely give your dad a hand when I finish my training in the next 2 months. No, please don't, Nolan. I think I know what my dad's up to, but I can't stop him. He never passed the captain's screening. He can work just fine as a crew member, but things are a disaster when he tries to play leader. I needed help because I was injured. And he only found this place after pulling some strings. And see, it wasn't really a resource that the aristocrats took from an exchange, it was info. I'm sure my dad would never have gone down on this if he still had the resources to trade with the aristocrats. But I bet he wouldn't have had to go through any of this had I died back then. Well, that's kind of sad to say. Don't say that. You don't need to move on to the next life just yet. You're still a kid. You didn't ask to be roughed up, though. I would have been the same without you, buddy. People change, especially kids. Pretty sure our boy's gonna grow a whole lot more well-rounded the longer he hangs out with us. Birds of a feather flock together, eh? Right. I really don't think I'd be the same person I am without you. Did you forget? Forget about what you said about fireflies. Oh, I do remember what he said about fireflies, but I think I'm starting to have a change of mind now, knowing what happened to all those people my dad snitched on. It's been 6 months since we boarded the train. 6 whole months. That's how my dad got medicine and the resource he had to pay for the lost goods. And I'm starting to get afraid. I'm just afraid that they're going to hurt someone close to you next, or maybe you even. Come on, son. You hang around Rachel all the time now, and she tells you everything. And you never know what Bancroft is going to do when he gets crazy somewhere down the road. Look, son, just do what we say. And if you don't want what happened to your mom to happen to you... Huh? I don't see how it's any different if we personally did the hurting ourselves. It's fine. As long as your dad still gets paid properly for his work. He just needs to pay for the lost goods and make sure he never loses anything again. But Dad just keeps losing them. And he hasn't even gotten what he's been working for because his pay all goes into paying for the lost goods. And they still have no idea whatsoever who stole them. I'm at the end of my training now. So I'll ask Rachel to put me on your dad's delivery team so I can keep an eye out for him. Oh, please, no one. Thank you for offering, but I think it's best you stay out of this. And that was the last time no one ever saw Field. Field has left nothing in the book storage except for his half-finished Firefly toy in his notebook. The notebook comes with an instruction sheet in it on how to put together the Firefly toy. The rest of the notebook is full of Field's thoughts and sentences and lines that he's copied off the books he read. The handwriting from the first half of the notebook is neat. And that's when Field was still writing about changing seasons of nature, signs that he was still stable and conditioned then. The handwriting and content in the second half, however, are the exact opposite of what they are in the first half, stains of blood everywhere on the pages. When no one gets to the very last 2 pages, he has to read the words 3 times to finally understand what they say. Friend, the time's close. I'll turn to the darkness and wander in nothingness. You still expect my largesse? What can I offer you? Ceaseless? It is still darkness and void and stop. I like only darkness, or to vanish into your daytime. I don't only like a void that never seizes your heart. I like that, friend. I travel alone, not only without you, but in the darkness without other shadows. Only myself submerged by darkness. In that world wholly mine. No one puts down the notebook, looks around, but can't seem to see Field anywhere. In the otherwise usually crowded lower car that now only has a handful of souls, unable to see any further and feeling helpless, no one starts shouting out his friend's name among people ready for bed. Summer? Field! For crying out loud, kid. Do you know what time it is? Not surprisingly at all, people don't hesitate to yell at him. Sorry, but I'm just looking for my friend because he went missing. He what? You sure he didn't head out to the cargo crew? They're supposed to head down to City 74 tonight and we'll be back in the morning. The man sits up from his dirty mattress with a yawn. He's about my age. There's no way he left to the cargo crew because he just isn't fit enough to do that. Not fit enough? Wait, are you talking about Bancroft's son? Yes, that's him. Have you? Wouldn't say a thing even if I seen him. We're all damn fed up with Bancroft's little drama. And just can't wait to see him kicked off the train. Ditto, it ain't funny how shit happens to his team every single time. Dude just wouldn't be a captain. Or just shouldn't be a captain, period. None of his men listens to him. And their goods, they go missing whenever they're out on a mission. I just want those guys gone ASAP, so we can all have a good night's sleep. You really think it's gonna put an end to the situation? Excuse me. There will always be a second, a third, and more Bancroft as long as the guards from the upper level keep their rules in place. You could choose to sit around and watch them die, but you should never know. But you never know who is going to be next. He has it coming. But he was the only one who was only just trying to save someone. Leaking info, losing goods. What's considered wrong now according to the rules? Who's to say the rules are going to stay this way forever? Remember, they were all heroes, or were zeros. Rule that they just put in place in the industrial carriage. The aristocrats would be more than happy to keep shipping to keep shipping someone off there, the hampers of the rest of the train. So as long as the people keep trying to single out the bad apple, or so-called Captain Rachel always says, are all the bad apples to blame for all of our sufferings? No, they're not, because as long as they can trade info for resources, people will jump at the opportunity any day of the week. See? We've twisted our rules against ourselves, and when the rules are what's wrong in the first place, I'm not saying what I stand... What? I'm not saying that I stand with these people, but the rules are what's wrong. And I sympathize with the innocent that they have dragged into the mud. Why are we turning our backs on Field? When he's done nothing wrong and wants to bring about changes. We hate the aristocrats' guts for treating us the way they do. Why aren't we doing just the same? Well, shithead. Think you know everything, huh? I think everything he said? I like everything he said, though. Attaboy, son. Captain Shauna! No. I thought I'd drop by when I heard the buzz coming from down here. Don't worry, though. We're trying around. I won't throw her a thing. Feel we're missing, Shauna? Sure. You have looked everywhere? I went through the places that I usually go to, and his notebook is the only thing I found. One heads notebook over to Shauna. She quickly goes through it. Well, let's look for him together, kid. Might still be around. We can't let Bancroft stick around anymore. His sick wife, Rock's kids, and Jason's mom. These are the same or some kind of people that are still... What? I'm confused. Your sick wife, Rock's kid, and Jason's mom. These are just some of the people who are here that we should just kick off the train. I can keep going if you want me to. Oh yeah, and FYI, I know what they're all up to. Y'all hate Bancroft's guts because he's been capitalizing on what y'all do, right? Desperate times come for desperate measures, and I totally get that. And y'all are damn right to say that he's got what's coming his way. But who are y'all to say you're any less guilty? What do you mean? Y'all let him handle the goods alone, knowing that he'd lose them. Need I say more? And boy, I would have told Rachel all this already, had I heard them all earlier. Rachel doesn't know any of this. Like hell she would. She's been doing all these things to help make a life better for us. While we're all busy here trying to help scoundrels up there screw ourselves over. Seeing Bancroft screw up over and over again, does that make a life better for any of you? Did they come down here and strangle someone you hate every time Bancroft loses goods to snitches? Child throws a punch at the wall, with her smile still on her face. Now, just answer me this. Are you going to help look for Field or not? Dead silence ensues, until someone from the maintenance crew speaks up. I'll check the security cameras at the storage and send a few guys down the ventilation ducts. Those places ain't the easiest for kids to get back out of once they're in there. Thank you. We need you to come with us, kid. Sure. No one leaves the car with the man. And what's it gonna be for the rest of you? I'll look around. I'll go with you. Can we double check Rachel? See if the kid is out there with the team? Right. I'll do that with my terminal. Stay here if you want. Or tag along if you can lend us a hand. Lucy, do us a favor and check out where you and the kids usually play hide and seek. On it. And with it, people start forming these different search teams. There are still people who are unwilling to help or unable to help. But things are already looking a lot better than if no one had to do it on his own. A single event isn't going to erase all the hard feelings that are already there, but no one can just feel that they've just made a dent in the tip of the iceberg. Field, where are you? The boy calls out his friend's name as the sun begins to slowly show its face to the world for the day. Oh my goodness. That's a good question. I wonder where Field went. I mean, I guess he's going to the forest now. But it's not the summertime yet, though. Interesting. Awakened memory. 211. All memories have to survive. I guess this means I'm playing as no one again. Let's go. The search teams have looked through every corner in the lower level car, but haven't found anything. It isn't until it's 2 in the morning the next day that no one comes across a thread that seems as though it came off Field's scarf around the entrance of the ventilation duct, storage 54 of Carriage G. When people get into storage and check the security footage, they notice that there is a range of areas in the security camera fails to capture, because the camera is unable to turn properly with all the dust stuck to its rotating shaft. The range of the area isn't big at all, but still leaves enough room for a child to pass through easily. Wow, nothing's caught on tape. This ain't fishy at all, right? What was the kid doing here anyways? Bancroft's team left for a mission, and the kid might just left with them. Let me double check with Rachel. And through a terminal, Shauna got a reply in the negative. They've gone through everywhere already. How could someone just disappear like that? Should we wait until our team comes back tomorrow then? Wait, Field what? Bancroft goes back on a train at 6 in the morning. He was still around here when I was training in the morning. He was gone when I got back at 10. Is he out on a mission with you guys? No, he wasn't. I kept my eye out for the goods the entire way because they cost an arm and a leg. I didn't see him around. Is it possible then that he's hiding among the goods? We went through the boxes already. When did you do that? We did it once before to minimize our stopover before we arrived at the station. And then, the second time we were delivering the goods. Wait, would it be after the first check? No way. We've run another quick check halfway through the mission. A quick check, you said? Right, because a few of our transport vehicles toppled over when we ran into a corruptor on the way. I mean, we did spend some time going around the place without the goods to divert their attention. We didn't pick up any abnormalities when we got back. Did you lose anything this time? No. We totally thought someone had their eye on a particular batch of goods because they were such gems. We didn't really lose anything besides a few things that got damaged from the attack. We'd still be on the train. We went through everywhere on the lower level together. If he's still on the train, he's gotta be somewhere up there. We went through everywhere. What? We went through everywhere, even when the ventilation ducts in the roof. Did you say we did it all together? Bancroft looks at them incredulously. Right, I mean, not everyone was able to help, but a lot of people did give us a hand. This is all we found. One hands the thread he found over to Bancroft. Found it in one of the ventilation ducts, but I can't be sure if this is something that came off his scarf. Bancroft rubs the thread for a few moments before he gives it a sniff, and that's when his face pales. This texture, the smell of it. Yes, it's gotta be the scarf that he wears that he got for my wife. I'm 100% sure. Which ventilation duct did you find him in? Storage 54 of Carrot G. G54? No one nods. I wouldn't want to go through there though. Well, Assad. I see you're totally clueless, huh? Assad? What do you mean? Please, we don't want to get kicked off the train. Assad bursts off laughing as he mimics the child's voice. That's not something Field will ever say. So, he decided to tag along to see if who's been stealing all the goods. And bam, when he came out of the box he was hiding in, he caught Daddy red-handed. But we didn't lose anything this time. Aye, you sure you didn't leave the boy in City 74 for him to do the stealing for you? Are you out of your mind? I didn't even have time to see him since, because of the stupid long route you said you were going to take. Assad smirks. Oh yes, we did take the long route, but so what? Are you going to snitch, not stitch. Stitching, that'd be kind of weird. Are you going to snitch to one of those dickheads now that your little boy is off with his meds? Why would I do that? How did he know my goods were in G54 anyways? Oh, I see. You told him my goods were there. You should bring that question to your son, because you're not going to believe what I say either way. But let's see. If he's not on the train, then he's got to be in City 74 with all the goods then. Or are you just going to leave him there to die because he's such a burden? With his lips trembling, Bancroft turns around to look at the door. The countdown light on the frame is flashing, signaling that the train will be departing to City 4 in no time. I'm going to look for him. Wait, what? He has to be entering the city. He's either at the base or where the corruptor attacked us. He got his protective suit and makes a dash for the door. Wait, you haven't got your rewards yet. Since you didn't lose too many things this time, there's still food and bottled water down there, homemade rum for you after a monthly fine for the lost goods to be taken care of. It's cold out there. You should bring some of them. Barbara, bring them to him. Here. She produces a bag of bottles in it from behind a counter and tosses it towards Bancroft. Thanks. When you come back, sir? I probably won't be back for a while. I'll be living out there afield when I find him. There's no way the train is going to keep staying here just for me. We'll hop back on when the train comes back here again. Can I go with you then? You can't. I'm going alone because it's much too dangerous out there. I still want to thank you and everyone else. They'll look for Field. Because see, I never thought anyone would ever give me a hand after what I did. Bancroft stands up and steps out the closing door. When no one turns around, he sees Assad and Barbara, who are completely taking over his mother's place, smiling back at each other. Ever since then, no one's been asking around to see if anyone has seen Bancroft and Field, except they both seem disappeared off the face of the earth, gradually fading away from people's conversations. Having a hard time letting go, no one finishes the mechanical firefly Field left behind, using the discarded mechanical parts he's gathered. I think this will do as a keepsake between us. Training, walking alone in downpours, and jumping at every chance to look for Field. No one grows used to these things as time passes by. The lower level has been the same hellhole as it's always been, but no one knows that the fire in his heart will keep burning strong as long as he still has a place among the people down here. A year after Julie's death, no one passes Rachel's tests. He can now leave the train and join a cargo crew for missions. Oh whoa, a change. He looks more composed now and also a lot older in this one. Though the day has gone by and he stopped trying to bring about the collected dream and find his lost long friend. Living among people and experiencing their warmth and complexity firsthand, the boy grows up to be a well-rounded young man who thinks twice before he acts. He sees fireflies flying in the forest for the first time. He's out on a delivery mission. Before him are countless glowing spots on the ground that pave themselves into a path that leads into the dark of the night. But only then that hits him that he's never forgotten a thing. Be it his hot temper or the heart-wrenching the heart-wrenching goodbyes he had to say. Though, down over the years by the warmth that he's felt from all those around him, they've been with him all along, and they have now become an unseverable part of him. No one still dreams of the forest every now and then. And when he does, he sees Field smiling among the fireflies. That same smile that he hopes to see when he and his friend meet up again. But where is he now? Is he living somewhere far away from the ACA with Bancroft? Or is he long gone? Because no one would ever find him. For years, he's been looking for them. For years, they remain as elusive as the fireflies in his dream and the lullaby his mother used to sing. And up will the sunrise above the horizon when the night fades. Summer. Oh my, Lithos. Tilting awake from what seemed to be an endless dream, no one notices that he's grabbing Lithos' hand. Lithos tries to hook a medical device up to him that he's never seen before. Lithos, wait, what was I? He put you to sleep because your mind was a little unstable. You just never woke up. Right. My name is no one, and my mind, it went berserk. I went into a coma and recalled my name and the reason I threw it away. You mind letting go? Yeah, sorry. Letting go of Lithos' hand and looking embarrassed, no one rubs his hand against his hair. Were you going to hook me up to this just now? This device is meant to treat mind, and cord fell off when they bumped into it in the middle of a fight. I was trying to put it back on for you. Did I wake up after the cord fell? Wait. Did you say in the middle of a fight? Looks up and sees the Talbot. Oh wait, Talbot. It sees that Talbot is having a shouting match with the constructs a few meters away. Talbot? What was the deal with him? I think it was the fact that he was angry of like the punching that was going on, and in this guy he was saying like, what if like you become a descendant, and if you become a descendant you can like make days better for like everyone around here or something like that. That was like his proposal, and then when he made that proposal everyone was like angry with him, and then he ran off, and then people went after to go get Talbot, and now Talbot's back, and so he's having a shouting match with a few constructs a few meters away. Interesting. Just grow up already, kid. You'll be nothing more than a sinner's partner in crime the moment you step out of here. Why can't you have more confidence in us? Because confidence takes us nowhere. We're powerless against the disaster, and descendants are our only way out. Shut your trap before I call the purifying force on you. What underworld is going on over there? It's all because of me. But you see about following the maintenance procedure. I forgot to follow the standard procedure because I was on the edge. So I had a teammate that died after his mind went berserk. He never woke up, and they all wanted to hold me accountable. We're going to report this whole incident to the higher ups, except for the recreation here at the base is dead now. The people have been saying this is what happened to some of the other bases before they were attacked by ascendants, which kind of puts me on the edge now. Are you calling the purifying force on me? I'm just trying to save people? The ascendant I ran into, they told me I'm good enough to pass the filtering, and that he'd come to me if I survive his test. Why are you showing a chance when it's right in front of us? The test, huh? That sounds like it's, what's his name? What is that guy's name? It's been a while. Roland. Yes, Roland. That sounds like Roland's test. As we report this to higher ups, Talbot, everyone here would be in dire danger if the ascendants actually do come here. But this place isn't safe forever. Even if they don't come here, we still might get attacked any time with all the threats still around us. Talbot, sacrificing a few people means nothing if I had the power of an ascendant, and I can save even more people with that. You friggin' son of a... Losing it, one of the constructs swings a jab at Talbot. As though personally getting punched in the face, no one feels a burning pain. Ascendant? Hello, my beloved traitors that have relinquished your past. Von Gut and the very power you've come seeking shall arrive in no time. By the time he is here, I can take and answer some of your frequently asked questions you might have. Affecting Construct 1. That's ruin, so the rumor is true. Will this do? Yes, you may go now. Hold on. You see who's in the medical chamber? Who's in this medical chamber? Oh, don't sweat it. That's a special guest personally invited by him, and he's a much safer place than you. Look, he's waking up. A special guest, you said. Send defecting constructs, I remember them. I've seen them all before. Cinderwick, you're taking him? I am, because we'll be seeing even fewer humans further down. And the road to our plan goes, I never wanted to see the planet deprived of all lives. There will be constructs and machines, but there are still countless talented humans trapped within the carnal shells that have yet to break to get their tickets. Gemini, they caught him right when he fell to train. A new weapon has made him immune to the punishing. He's right here in City 210. I see our new plan will be off to a good start for all these conditions. But these are his memories from when he was going in and out of coma. Someone brought him to an entirely white room, and he was severely injured. He didn't catch a good look at the person's face of all the lights in his eyes, but he still remembers the weird-looking chair. Boy, just look how damaged he is, and he's still alive. How would you like him dealt with? I want him to stay alive. And feel free to turn him into one of us your way if you wish. Understood. Where's Teasel? I thought you brought him back with you. He's still in City 43 with the women. He calls up the screen from his terminal and clicks onto the live feed of the security camera. The screen shows a half-demolished building in which a long-haired young man now looks coldly at the people who were once his commandant and comrades as they provide the women with the on-spot medical treatment. I'll be keeping an eye out on Teasel, and he doesn't have a place there among those people anymore, and that's how I know he'll come back here. Is he the reason you came this time? No, I actually came here to get what I left here with you. Oh, ready to use Syphilas? What kind of name is this? Sitylas? Syphla. Yala. I have no idea what this name is. Original, I got her. No, we're going to run another experiment. When he regains his memory, he has a hard time recognizing his body. Did that happen after the surgery? No, there seems to be more than that. All the damage he's sustained is reminding him of that he's missing certain parts of his memory. And also, what's the deal with this, by the way? Looks like he's in like some kind of capsule or crate. Interesting. So a lot of padding in here. Interesting. Or chamber. I don't know what it is. I think that's what they called it, a chamber or something. And there goes another trial. See, I told you none of these defecting constants will ever make the cut. You're only going to put Babylonia on the edge, letting him go around spreading the word however he wants. And that's exactly what I want. Oh, I see you're trying to bait him, huh? Exactly. I won't need you. Exactly. Except I won't need you there for what I need to do after that. So I'm getting laid off, I get her. No, but I just thought I'd let him handle things from here. I'll bring you up to speed about Luna in the foreseeable future. And I don't suppose you'll be sticking around for me, working when that happens, no? Well. With a smirk on his face, Rowan turns around to look at the person sitting in a chair. I heard you didn't have a lot of ascendants working for you, and that most of the ascendants you have are trainees like Cinder or stand-ins like yours truly. And that's why I thought there were special requirements in place that you wanted your ascendants to meet. The kid has trouble controlling himself sometimes. And he's just so set on humans or constructs that failed in the filtering. I mean, You should have seen him when he came face to face with the Grey Raven's ex-Commandant Revenge. Boy, oh boy, was the kid cooling like a puppy. I will see him as an empty shell without a soul. What exactly are you trying to do, placing so much trust in a lunatic like this? I need to be a lot of people that can join our ranks in a new world after the filtering. In his vision, for the new world isn't different from mine. Those that fail to pass the filtering might as well make themselves useful as being the Red Tide's food. He believes that they'll be sleeping happily ever after the Red Tide, that the Red Tide will literally have dissolved all their pains when they were still alive. Which is why he loves the world and Red Tide with all his heart as much as he does those twisted shards, and I have no reason to wake him up from this dream, no matter what they're really after, or what they really are. Spoiling your kids never makes them good. And what of you? Would you rather I stick my nose into what you do? Or do you just believe I'd steer clear from your way? If you don't want to become one of my ascendants, then all your work you do here and the information you receive are nothing more than a trade. You already know, or already have, what it takes to stand in the new world. As long as you steer clear to filtering, you can go anywhere you want, and I won't stop you. You won't stop me, but you're still going to keep an eye on me. That's only appropriate. You're not one of us yet, after all. Not one of you, huh? Your special guest is only suffering so much because he's not one of you yet either, isn't he? That's right. I've still got these wounds because I rejected someone. Why didn't I agree? I'll never become your accomplice. Accomplice? So you think this is a crime? And what else? Do you think you're a hero? Everything you do is reinforcing your big shtick. Bad shtick. Oh boy. I won't be surprised if you show up as a black silhouette next time. And this is the best way to make sure everyone lives. Does becoming a shard of memories count as living to you? There's certainly more than a completely rotten shell. Why won't you understand? We share similar pasts and similar regrets, and you should understand where I'm coming from. I'll say it again then. I understand why you're gone off the deep end. I'll never engage in your actions, including regarding my memories or reading my memories. Mister didn't want me to get too aggressive. It doesn't matter to him whether you become one of us, and I must admit being intrigued by you after I saw your past. Not to mention, I made you. You must carry my mark. Unlike those regular constructs, you're an anomaly, and you could never get rid of that no matter how far you run. If you leave me, you'll slowly lose control of yourself until you become a monster that hurts people before they decide to hunt you down. And that's why you haven't killed me yet, isn't it? That's right. Even dismissing the fact that I'm intrigued by your past, it's only natural that the creator is attached to the creation, yes? I'd hate to break you that quickly. The boy figure sighs, I'm slowly approaching no one. But I can't convince you no matter how hard I try, now can I? I'm sorry, forgive me. Can forget all this, and we'll start again. And we'll make up then. Does it hurt? I'm sorry, but naughty children should be disciplined. You. No one feels a sharp pain in his chest before everything fades to black. His memory, it melts away with the chaos of his injuries, and only now does he remember that he is one of the involved with the descendants. As a pair for the fact that I'm probably going to be one of those righteous super friends, but I wasn't expecting to be someone that the Ascendants invited. To have something like this happen to a regular guy who's absurd of reading the start of manga. If you leave me, you'll slowly lose control of yourself until you become a monster that hurts other people. At least I won't lose my control for now. But what now? Start again? Would that person be lurking nearby? Lost in thought, no one finally looks up to find everyone rushing outside in disarray. Huh? Watch number corrupted incoming. How far away? Several hundred meters. Where are the guards? Where is everyone? The alarm isn't triggered either. What's going on? It can't be. The Ascendant? Is he finally coming? Finally, if you lost your mind. There's still a lot of patients in here. Ascendant. I won't run away. Let me fight with you. I'm coming with you too. No one steps out in the medical center. Alright, time to battle. Is it Ascendant here? It's gonna be interesting if Roland's actually here, because he was the one that introduced the test, right? And eliminate the intruding corrupted. What's this? I don't need to fight these. Okay, let's go. Oh, let me dodge. We're done? No, I can still detect signals of the corrupted. The scanning drone has stopped working. What's going on? Let me see if I can restart it. The scouting drone. That thing looks cool, by the way. This way. This will be fine. Looks like it was just turned off, not broken. Recording? Oh my god, that's an army. Look how many like those vehicles are approaching. Talbot. Team status. Oh my, try to activate the devices in the entrance medical center. Activate the devices. Oh, the music. This is an authorization. Please enter. Huh? I don't know what the sequence is. How do I move this, by the way? I can't. Huh? Let me see. Oh, I gotta drag it. I don't know what it is. Search for clues. Rumors that can solve the punishing virus. Drastically many there is right now. Search zones. Okay. I don't think this is a clue. Let's see. City 75 was long established. Members urgently was. Oh, my team is dying. Now trapped on the way. This is supervision, and there's no end in sight. That does not look like a clue. What about this? City Express. City 11. 11 will be reportedly finished by 31 of October. City 9. City 9. 11:31. Is that it? I don't know. There's no clues. What are those clues supposed to be? Huh? 79, 30. Still activated. Let me have a look. I can't activate it out of ourselves. Activation passed for 10:31. Oh, guy, I can't skip. It's too late. Try 10:31. Now wait, retreat. Oh wait, okay, let's go. I don't know how I was supposed to figure that out. Did I see 10:31? It's like in the last paper, I think it's like, you know, city 10 and then like 31 or something. All the thing is outrageous. Yeah, let's go. Where are they? The crook with defense devices. Oh man. Here we go. How are my defense towers being destroyed? I'm fighting them up here. How is it? I'm confused. Cool games. We gotta work on this. I'm literally proxying the enemies. It's crazy, man. Defense device destroyed. Defense device 4 has been destroyed. How is it getting destroyed? Are you guys destroying them? The stage 1 soon. Clear the stage before the time is up. Is there a secret of some kind here? Talk to your team. Alright, I'm talking to you. We're safe now. How could this guy be uncorrupted by a punishing virus concentration? Me? Is this an earthquake? No, the red tide is coming out from the underground. It's a red tide. The punishing concentration is increasing rapidly. Hurry back to the medical center. Punchy virus concentration's high. I mean, I can clearly see like there's like a red aura around the guys there. So yeah, it looks pretty high. But I think like, you know, probably no one's immune to it though at the end of the day. Because he is kind of ascended, no? The battle's been going on for 3 hours, and the individual corrupted and hetero creatures are still shambling towards the medical center 9. The fences are all damaged, and the corpses of the corrupted filling every street and alley. The punchy virus concentration has gone from bad to worse. Adding fuel to the flame, the streets outside the medical center have cracked apart. Red tide oozes out, obstructing the ways in and out. Something's wrong. These things, they seem to know where they're going, unlike the barrage of hetero creatures who attacked thoughtlessly. How the medical center's doing? Staying inside the medical center is safe for now, but we still have a lot of injured. This is going to be bad. The CPF's going to be overloaded if the virus concentration remains at this high. We should evacuate everyone ASAP, or at least call in for reinforcements. We can't evacuate. There's nowhere to go. I just came back from patrol. The roads are damaged and covered in red tide. They're not completely submerged yet, but our defenses won't hold up for much longer. The others won't stand a chance. If we're trapped, something's seriously wrong. This isn't random. Talbot, did you lure the Ascendant here? The Ascendant only told me he'd come for me. To destroy us? To destroy us, obviously. Did you think he'll deliver you a crown without hurting everyone else? I'm sorry, Lillian. Well, you better kick him out. But he's heavily infected now. Sending him out will kill him. Well, his Ascendant buddy could save him, right? Wait. The young man defeats the last creature in the entrance before opening the door and going inside the medical center. I might be the one who's connected to the Ascendants. I just remembered some things before I lost my memories. I might have met with the Ascendants. Excuse me. This guy is almost clean. He's been fighting with us all this time. His infection should be way worse than this. Maybe his invert device was enhanced. Can you control the corrupted? I don't know. I don't know at the very least. Maybe a transcendent. It can't be. His fungi virus concentration is way too low for that. You aren't being serious, are you? That's wild. An animistic ascendant, not realizing he's an ascendant, and got accepted by others. That's a plot straight out of manga? Are you talking about the cardman writer who forgot that he was a demonic scientist? No. It's just one guy who picked the death journal. He also lost his memories. I can't believe you read that. Wait a minute. Didn't you lose your memories? How can you remember the plots of those mangas? What on earth are you two yapping about? Sorry. Is he an ascendant you met, Talbot? No, he's standing in the dark. And his silhouette looked like a giant snake or something, I'd say. What about you? You remember what your ascendant looked like? Well, not really, but I'm pretty sure mine wasn't a giant snake. What did yours tell you? Mine wanted me to become one of them. I refused, and then I blacked out. That was more or less what I was told as well. I guess they aren't strict on those they choose. Blush. Recruiting victims, anyone will do. Fall into our trap. Stop repeating what Anna said. Let's just kick the both of them out. Stop. I won't solve anything, and the punishing virus concentration is too high outside right now. I'll probably kill them if we send them away. If they're the reason we're in this mess right now, why shouldn't we just kick them out? Comms are down right now. We can't even call for backup. The way I see it, everyone's remotely suspicious. They shouldn't be able to stay. I know things are pressing right now, but that doesn't mean we should just take in everyone. We don't have enough medical supplies to begin with. That's not fair. We can't just kick them out. You're connected to the Ascendants. You've got to put them down. You think killing us will save you? Even the Ascendant is after the medical center. You're still going to die unless there are enough people to protect the place. It's all your fault. The crowd begins to argue intensely, watching the scene unfold. No one can feel his non-existing heart aching. He's been through something similar in his recovered memories. The desperate folks that got involved with the wrong people. The innocents who were branded guilty as association, and the powerlessness birthed from the years of repression and fear. Trapped into a knife, going for the kin's throats the moment it exploded. This tragedy will keep repeating itself as long as the pain and suffering fill the people's livelihoods. But there's something that's changed, and this time no one is not proud as boy he once was. Let me make use of this anomaly before I lose control. I'll get you the reinforcements. Excuse me? If comms are down and we're surrounded by the red tide, let me go out and find some reinforcements. But you aren't sure if you're an ascendant. It could be a coincidence that you're immune, or you wouldn't make it alone if you got attacked by the corrupted or go to much higher virus concentration. Do or do not. There's simply no try, is there? Not to mention, I could. Better we take you down now before you recovered your full power. You can kill me, but everyone here will die as well if they're trapped by the red tide, and didn't willing to say the CPF won't run for long. Let him go. The other refugee walks up. His step may be sluggish, but his presence is profound. But why? Well, he wouldn't have mentioned an ascendant if he wanted to run away. Maybe he was protecting Talbot? But then Talbot could stay. He'll surely come back if he wants to protect Talbot. But that's what... I know we're all wary of enemies hiding in the dark, but this paranoia, when we haven't even caught a glimpse of it, ascendant will only spell our defeat. Talbot and this young man are just trying to help, and they mean well. And they've yet to show any abilities that you mentioned. There are only a few of us left. What remains if we hurt those that stand by us? So let them go. That's the only way. Just trust me. Cinder or not, I'll never use that power to do harm. No one has planned for the worst, and if he loses control, he will do anything to stop himself from hurting others, even at the cost of his life. I'll come back with reinforcements. You know what will happen, right? Your associate of an ascendant, a purifying force will come for you when you come back. And let me do what I can to help you all before that happens. He knows he might be out of time, but people hesitate in silence. Eventually, they nod at no one, swayed by a tide that they cannot cross in no one's unyielding gaze. Alright, you're on. The other three will stay. No one nods. Back at the rest of them, they turn to face Talbot. There is much more that he wants to say, but now is not the time, and all no one can do is smile and wave at Talbot and Lillian Ulithos. Alright, wait for me. Oh, here we go. Let's see. The red tide has appeared in the streets outside the medical center. If this continues, the punishing virus concentration will go up. We're just gonna jump into this, huh? Hello? Hello, how's it going? Another day, eh? Well, I guess it's another day for no one. I still don't know what the deal is with this guy. Interesting. I don't know. Apparently he's an ascendant or something, but I don't... Is he? I mean, I guess he is kind of ascendant though, because like, with the, what's it called? I forget what it's called already. The uniframes. Usually, the uniframes, they're like ascendants-ish? I don't know if it's the case for all of them, though. Because I guess, like, what's her name, by the way? Hakama? Unlike the other chapter with Nanami. I don't like Hakama as an ascendant, though, even though she's a uniframe. And in the chapter you know, and no one's here today. Yes, no one is here today. I'm assuming they're probably lurking in the shadows or something. There has been people coming in, I can see. So, yeah, people coming in, people going out. So, yeah. But no one here today in the chat, at least. You would be the first. But yeah. Yeah. There's no time to deal with the corrupted. I need support ASAP. Traverse the red tide area. This music, though. I've missed this music. I haven't heard it in a while. It's been a week since I heard, like, EGR music. Huh? Why'd you do this? You should have passed the filtering. What are these red shadows? And who is Shrek? Oh, how I wish I were the one who survived. Let's get a red tide of rejections. You are nobody. You should cherish the opportunity you were given. Before they were renamed, uniforms were known as transcendents, and back then we only had Shu and Kamu. Oh, yeah, that's right. There is that too. Because am I dying? Okay, I'm not dying. I looked at my HP. I was like, what? Is my HP going down for standing in the red tide? But, yeah, I noticed, like, they said, like, there's, like, ascendants and transcendents. I think I knew about that before, but at the same time, though, I forgot that there's two different things, ascendants and transcendents, and then there's agents. Yeah, interesting. Back then we had Shu and Kamu, but since then, they added regular constructs like Fu Lao and mechanoids like Hakama, and renamed it Uniframes. Oh, that's interesting. So, but then before, it was a class called Transcendence, right? And then they've changed it over to Uniframes. Fascinating, fascinating. So that's kind of interesting. It's like I noticed, like, the Uniframes, they've always been like Transcendence. Yeah, because like we have Roland, and then we have Shu, obviously, and then we have Kamu as well. I know Kamu was like one of them as well, even though they barely talk about it though. I saw it once in like one of the years where they saw Kamu like in the space, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, you should just like join us or something." And I was like, "Oh, so he actually is a, you know, a transcendent." Well, I guess it's pretty obvious though, because he have like dark colors around him, ish. Try to detect the red tide projections. All right, so you export. You monster! Disappeared. What is that? A construct kept by an ascendant in a cell. Where did I hear those words before? Nick, I heard footsteps. Is it the sound of the red tide too? With the red tide projection. Like... Oh, whoa, whoa. Why are we in like a third person type move? What's going on? Look at this view. Oh my god. Oh, there goes Nolan. He's coming for you. Oh, if I can just get him in the center of the screen. Unfortunately, I can't. Pay attention to nearby sounds. Oh, I need to put both my earphones on. You know, fun fact, by the way. I only play with one earphone on. So I need to use both. Okay, I put them both in. Pay attention to nearby sounds. I'm listening. Ah, I heard something to the left. There's someone else. That's impossible. Average constructs can't stay near the red tide. Oh, that's him. Oh, I thought it was like a puzzle or something. Yeah, I only play with like one headphone on. I don't play with like both. It's like, ugh, I can't, man. But anyways, let's go. Ow. Stop dying, please. The sound, it's gone. Time is running out. I have to get through here before it's too late. Transcendents are those who only pass the first filtering. Transcendents can become ascendants if they accept the concentration from the agent. Oh, that's interesting. As I just saw... Oh shit, I gotta hurry up. My time is running out. No yapping for me. No yapping. Oh my god. Get out of stage before it's too late. My transcendence can become the... Because like, I just heard from, what is it? Von Gut. He was saying to like, Rowan that he's not one of us. That if you want to become like one of our ascendants, you had to do X, Y, and Z. But they didn't really go over it much. It was like a short moment where I spoke. So I guess there's something with that. No, I don't know. Anyways, the dark sky, crimson phantoms, and the blood river from a picture of the Inferno. Their whispers are filled with hatred, protesting that about the young man who is rushing by. Red tide projection. You could have saved us. You were chosen, but you ran away from your responsibilities. Why wouldn't you save us? Why? Why did you leave? Save me, Shrek. That name, the young man, he stops running and turns toward the red tide projection. Just who are you? Task Force. I'm a Task Force defector. From meeting at the Ascendant base, I assume we're all the same. Why did you defect? You surprised I chose this? I chose an unlikely way to live instead of a likely way to die. I heard that failing to filter, the filtering will turn you into a corrupted. I had to try, right? What's your name, by the way? Everyone calls me Shrek. Shrek. My apologies. I think that name has to be associated with some ogreish monster. Oh my, are you actually really talking about that Shrek? The green one. I'm an ogre. Well, that was because Roland was connected to another agent, Luna, at the time. Vanguard wanted Roland to accept his connection or become one of his ascendants. Is that really a thing too? It's like, oh, you belong to the other agent. You had to be. It's like I thought they were all the agents out there. They're all working for ASNet at the end of the day, the Ascension Network. I thought they were all working together, but it sounds like, I mean, over like the past couple chapters, it seems like, you know, Luna and Von Good, they both have like two different agendas. Like they're not allies. They seem more like enemies to me, which is kind of interesting. Because I always thought they were like allies at the end of the day, because like they're both ascendants or agents. So they're kind of like colleagues in a way, but at the same time, it doesn't sound like they're colleagues. It does not sound like they're colleagues. It sounds like they're more like, I wouldn't even say acquaintances. Yeah, I don't know. They seem kind of neutral. I don't know. I guess I'll get more information on that as we go. And I suppose. Well then, let's hope people pass the filtering, huh, Mr. Monster? You want to know what the filtering actually is? Oh, it's a test to select our wait, what? I did do that. I don't know what I was thinking. It does say like I don't know what that says. It's comrades. Well, what you regain are your memories that you showed me. It's akin to how the human conversations areas choose their skilled workers. People don't turn into corrupted. If the conversations areas, conservation areas, not conversation. That's interesting. People don't turn to corrupted. The conservation areas don't choose them. Oh, are you sure? Abandoned, they become scavengers that linger on, searching and looting and stealing resources and livelihoods in a broken world. They take, and one day they will die when someone else takes it from them. But don't worry, I don't blame anyone, and I won't despise any. The world is taken over by the punishing virus, and they don't have a choice. They are forced to become who they are. I simply want to put an end to their suffering sooner. And best if they pass the filtering and become one of us. But I have somewhere they can go if they don't. And the Ascended smiles and points at the reservoir, the underground water warriors. A crimson liquid is swirling in corpses and remains of the monster that will not stop gnawing. Oh man, that's what you're saying if they don't pass. Not get turned into corrupted, but just fed to the red tide. How interesting. But they all work together with ASNet because their methods and goals are different. Agents are puppets of the ASNet, and some event want to escape from the grasp of the ASNet like Luna. Oh, that's interesting. So I guess at the end of the day, they kind of don't like look at Luna like an ally because she wants to escape the grasp of ASNet. I mean, I never thought like, you know, Luna ever did really truly serve the ASNet, and that's also like Gabriel. Like kind of didn't want to work for him anymore because she knew, or he knew. God, imagine if Gabriel was like actually a woman. That'd be interesting. They gender bended him. I don't know. Well, yeah, I could tell that like, Gabriel already knew there was something up with Luna, and I could also see it too because like she did defeat that that monster that Gabriel created. I forgot the name of it. That thing. It's like they said that like, you know, or Gabriel said like the best thing was like for everyone to just feed themselves and become food for like that creature. I forgot what it's called. I think it was like a heterozygote or something, whatever the hell it was. Yeah, that was interesting. I know Luna fought against it and actually destroyed it at the end of the day. So I think Luna just wants like to build a world for her and her sister, obviously. Not really just like, you know, serve the ASNet overall. Which I kind of want to see her, you know, kind of join the good guys, but at the same time, though, I'm sure that, like, they wouldn't accept her, though. Like, if she joined Babylonia, I'm certain that, like, they would try to make her pay for her crimes, because there is countless people have died under Luna's attacks. So I don't think it's ever gonna go well. Yeah. And oh god, not that one guy for Chrono. What's his name again? I forgot. Collins. He wants his angel. Oh man. God. Collins. Oh, Collins gives me the heebie-jeebies. Good grief. But the Ascendant smiles and points towards the reservoir in the underground waterways. Crimson liquid swirling corpses and remains. The female construct was smiling at him earlier as within it too, and she has long become one of the phantoms, repeating her plea before dying with faint broken words. Save me, Shrek. See, those who become one of the Crimson Sea are not dead, and their lives have just become anew. But I'm sure it's hard for you to comprehend this way. The Ascendant scoops up some of the red tide and delivers it over before noon. See, their minds and data are not gone. They're all stored here, and they're searching for each other, becoming whole with their pain of loss. Red tide feeds the hungry and unites the departed. It takes away all the doom and gloom and stitches together all their joy. She lets them gather and decompose, turning into a creature of order. Mr. wants them. When we arrange them, the host of chaos one day come together freely. Those lives and minds are hardly what they were. Yeah, Luna's goals changed during chapter 13 somewhat, and Gabriel was a true believer of Asnet. Yeah, that guy's that diehard for Asnet. I don't know when he came over to the crew. Like, I want to know the origin stories of Gabriel. What's up with that guy? Was he always of like just like this kind of like mind? Is like, oh, I see the light. I do believe in the goal of Asnet. And I'm like, huh? What is that deal with this guy, man? Yeah, he's pretty damn diehard for this though. Like, if I'm being honest, I feel like he should be the agent overall, because that guy, I don't think anyone believes harder than him. At least as far as I can see. Yeah. No, I think I prefer Shrek. The monster's name sounds more like one of us. You should hate this world as much as I do. This world that keeps churning out dead bodies one after another. You should want to change it as well. But I don't want to force you to choose, and I can give you more time if you still are undecided. Mister said, you'd only become a threat if we made you one of us against your will. So I'm going to guide you, and I'll never force you to do anything. Oh, and by the way, if you're thinking about saving those who are still alive, why don't you try out your new powers? New powers? Exactly. You're wondering what happened, aren't you? I made you. You retained your mind and nothing's broken for once. So I brought Mister's access and planted some magic in you. As long as you stay near me, you don't need to fear the punishing virus, and instead it can become your strength. You can read the information stored in the red tide, and you can see the dead, save the living, and kill whoever you want to kill. That won't be necessary. I'm good. You don't want to save those people? Of course I do. Then why don't you agree? I will never become your accomplice. Fragments of his broken memories begin to connect, slightly dispelling the fog in his mind. I rejected the offer. What happened afterward? If you leave me, your soul will control yourself until you become a monster that hurts other people. You've said it like 3 times. Ugh. Wait, why did I reject it? If I don't use those powers to hurt people, I won't become an accomplice to the Ascendants. But there's a danger of losing control. The young man turns to the red tide projection once more. What am I missing? It's too late, Shrek. The destroying projection struggles to hold itself together, repeating the words a woman said approaching the man. That's what it always says in my book. A bird that was born in a cage that will fear the sky. A goose that soars into the air fear the cages. Humans can only make choices based on what they know. Someone without a past, someone who runs from it, is destined to become lost in the way of the future. Who are you? That sounds a lot like Field. Don't you remember? This is the second time we've met. Bella? It's been too long. Bella? Bella? Ah? Bella? Who's Bella? Who's she? Bro. Oh my god. Gabriel has a note in chapter 13 hidden story, only accessible to the exploration, unfortunately. As well as Shrek, by the way. In chapter 13, huh? I haven't... Have I done it, though? I don't know. It's like I haven't been, like... I think ever since I got to, like, Fake Ascension, I haven't been doing, like, to hidden stories. Although I'm trying to get into hidden stories. Oh my god, there's so much in this game. Because in the recent state of affairs, there's been, like, a lot of, like, what's it called? Let me go see. Have I been doing my main stories? I don't know. It's been like a week. I can't remember. It's like, where are we? Okay, let me see. Where's the last one I did? Okay, so I did this one then. Did I do it? Yeah, we have Kwang Long. Yeah, 65 is 65. 43 43. 35 40. Okay, so Last Spark and then No Onwards. I have not done like the hidden stories. Yeah. What was in chapter 13 hidden? I recommend watching them now. And a Shoal channel, I can timestamp for you. Interesting. Have I done chapter 13 hidden stories though? Let me see. What is that? Where's it hidden at? Is it in normal mode? Explorer mode. Explorer mode, suppressed, 100% suppressed. Exploration. Is this it over here? Oh, the preparation center. No, this isn't it. Oh, I don't think I did this at all, by the way. Because this is right here. Exploration level is at level 1. Yeah, I haven't done anything. I'm cooked. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, is this it right here? Oh boy, look at that. We have the maze. The buffer area. Oh god. Main story completed. More secrets are yet to be unearthed. Sound only. Oh boy. This is it, but it's long. Oh man, I think I'm gonna skip out on that for now. That's a whole can of worms, and I don't want to be a part of it. Oh god. That's so much. That's at level 1, an AP 30 of 30. Oh man, not 30 of 30. By the way, it's 15-minute story about Shrek and Bella. Interesting, Shrek and Bella. But why is Shrek in that one though? Because like, didn't he show up in like the Surviving Lucem? And that's like a whole different, I don't even know what you call it, a whole different series, because like each like section's called like certain things, like Vortex, and then there's like another one, I forgot the other name of it, obviously. How does that work exactly? Well, that's insane. That's insane. That's a lot though. And I don't even know what the deal is with that system, by the way. It says AP, I saw it in the top right, it said like exploration 0, and then it said AP 30 of 30. So do I have like a certain amount of action points per day that I had to do with that? Interesting. I don't think I want to go check it out though. It sounds like it's going to be so much. Oh man. I think if I do end up doing it, I probably like search it online, like a channel or something. I think that'll be faster overall. As that is, wow, so much. Winter, the first encounter between Bella and a 17-year-old no one. Well, I get to see the encounter anyway. Bella, oh boy. No one has witnessed the conflicts within Aslam? Yes. Slowly coming into a boiling point during the years he has served in the cargo crew. A festering wound that tests the boundaries of the people and the law. To stand a chance against the guards in the upper level, Rachel has finally found several weapon suppliers that are willing to work with her for a long period of time, searching for hard work. Still, there are many desperate people on the lower level who are willing to snitch on them like Bancroft did. The cargo crew has to hide weapons that they procured in different cargoes, sending them all across the world with their trucks to keep their plans safe. They will have to wait for the time before retrieving the weapons. Hello, Captain. Rachel told me to come here and collect the remaining blessing boxes. Is Mr. Beff here? Oh boy. Who's that? Is this the Bella girl? Well, yeah, he appeared in chapter 13 and in chapter 17 and last became a playable character in this chapter. Oh, that's fascinating. Is that like how they released a character overall? You get to like see like an introduction in chapter 13. You're like, oh, look at this guy. And then in chapter 17, he becomes like a playable character. That's cool, honestly. It's like I know with like the newer titles that we have right nowadays with like Wu-Tang Waves, they do the way they introduce characters and like allow you to play them is like very well structured. And so if they did it in this game first, I think it's like, wow, they've really stuck to their principles overall. I don't know. I don't know. It's been a while. My grandfather went to sleep after finishing his work. You're from the cargo crew. Where's Rachel? But she's busy with something else, so she asked me to come this time. Huh? I've heard from what Rachel's distrustful of people around her, but I wasn't expecting it to be so bad that she's making a child the captain. She gauges no one's height with her hand. Have you considered that might be a genius prodigy? Oh man, that look that he's giving. All he needs to do now is like, you know, the push-up glasses thing that people do with like the one finger. Oh man. No one's an exception. He escaped the NPC jail. I guess Genevieve is also such an example. Oh, Genevieve. I still like Genevieve. I don't know. I gotta see what the story is behind her, because I've only played like the event that they have. I forgot what it's called. It's like the roguelike that they have. That's the only time I've seen Genevieve, but I'm sure there's a story behind her as a character. But I like her though. She's really cool. You can tell from Shrek's sprite how much the NPC like he really is. Yeah, there's like a certain art style that they have for like NPCs. Like for instance, like this character on the right, I can tell it's an NPC because like, I don't know, just the drawing, it looks kind of like a sketch. But I feel like with like the actual characters of the game, it's really, I don't know, it's kind of like, I would say like glossy, but like I can tell when it's like an actual character as compared to like just a sprite or an NPC. The character on the right, I can tell it's an NPC, but she seems like an important NPC though, because she actually has like eyes and a face. Usually if they have no eyes or a face, then I know they're like supreme NPC, their background character. Yeah, that is interesting in its own right. But yeah, Genevieve has a story in there. Oh boy, I can't wait to get to it though, because I really do like Genevieve. I like her character and I like the gameplay as well for her, so yeah, I wanna get a chance to read that. Mr. Beth isn't here, so maybe you can help me with the supplies instead. Well, sure. You mean the last batch of merch, right? Right. The weapon parts and the ammo have been dispersed among the unsealed blessing boxes according to Rachel's specifications. Will they stay hidden? The guards are used to seeing these boxes. They open the containers to inspect the other packages, but they're too lazy to open the blessing boxes one by one to check what's inside. And each time Rachel purchases a new order weaponry, she disguises them as unsold blessing boxes and hides them in different refugee bases. It's like how these Pandora boxes were the aristocrat's tool to destroy the lower level. They are now cargo crew's instrument to secure power for the rebellion. As long as you guys know what you're doing, now counting on the ones with the merch, we somehow sold 31 of these boxes. Can't believe there are still people who fall for these scams. They're selling much worse than they used to. No one's making them anymore on the train, and this is the last batch remaining. What about the other items that we're selling here? They're almost out, including your moonshine. Here's the list. You'll find our fee on it. Well, thanks. The thing we mentioned last time? My grandfather said no. The way he put it, you only drag him down with your fight if he joins you. You'll be asking for supplies or refugee or something else. We'll never hear the end of it. And further investment will only put his base at risk. Selling you guys weapons is as far as we'll go. Alright, I understand. And get on with your work. The bees are also done with the rebuilding of your base last night, so take them with you. The woman looks toward where Bumblebee is, sighing in anguish and disgust. They're also a mess, that lot. That girl, though, on the right, I feel like I've seen her before, but I don't know where. I swear I saw her before. This is my first time seeing that sprite, but I forget her name. Unless that actually is Bella, which I doubt. I don't know, man. It's crazy. No one in the cargo crew ate. They walked toward where Bumblebee is resting and find the upper level guards that usually oversee the operations here are nowhere to be found. Bumblebee members all look exhausted and sad, and their heads lowered. Blood splatters on the ground near them, telling the same story once again. They did this. Who else? Someone couldn't finish the crazy amount of work, so they were going to deduct our pay. Our captain was pissed, so he started fighting with the guards. Couldn't finish your work again. Finish my... Shouting angry of his hoarse voice, the Bumblebee captain stands up and his hand covered in injury. The CPF isn't completely fixed. When we worked on the area, we didn't have enough protective gear, and the dickheads, they didn't give a... The CPF always fails a few months before we can come here to rebuild. We're gonna die if we arrive early, and we arrive late. Who's gonna arrive late? What? I'm confused. Arrive? Huh? I don't know, man. A hulking dickhead arrived in the morning and told us to fix the house on the left first. Then another dickhead arrived in the evening and told us to prioritize the farm. They're both subcontracting the work that they took and getting commissions from them. They don't care how much work there is. So many folks on the train could use a meal, but they can't even bring any extra hands, so they wouldn't have extra mouths to feed. I was complaining about the lack of work all the hungry folks on the train 4 years ago, but it's worse now. Those who stayed are starving, and those who came out are worked to death. Time was short, and we had to crunch 2 weeks ago. The CPF at the reconstruction site broke down at the middle of the night. We were all working on the ground, so no one noticed it. When the signal light turned red, the engineer in the base spotted it and contacted the dickheads overseeing the work. And guess what? Drunkards were sleeping. They didn't even bother to do anything. So the engineer thought we weren't even there. By the time the dickheads woke up, in the middle of the day, we already had 4 infected. We even had to inject serums ourselves. They're like that every time. Good luck finding them to confirm anything on time. Unless they're here to find us, suddenly there'll be a detailed list of every little mistake we've made. Some of the things they're charging us don't even make sense. We thought we'd be... What? We thought there'd be something left when all's said and done, but no. One guy didn't fill his quota, and now they're not paying any one of us. Huh. Well, why did it? What did the captain say when we left the train? If we need to crunch, we'll crunch. At least they picked us, so we won't have to starve. When they're done fighting us, we somehow have to pay them back. I was reasoning with them, and the dickheads are like, at least Adela gave us 2 meals a day, and I threatened to turn on the CPF and water filter, or we rest if we keep complaining. You stand that? How's it different from murdering us themselves if they stopped the CPF and the water filter? So we started punching. Could you beat them? Well, they might be armed, but we still got a number. Still, some of us inevitably got hurt. Where are the guards? Gone. They weren't going to throw their lives away. We should have followed them and crushed his head with our hammers. And you see them opening his terminal? They wouldn't just indict us when we kept fighting. What would happen if we go back? How many are hurt? 6, 7? Counting him. Nolan quickly walks further and finds 6 people lying on the makeshift wooden beds. The one side we heard are dressing their injuries with dirty rags, while others are surrounding the 2 that are heavily wounded. One of them is unconscious with a gun wound in his stomach, right in the liver. The other one's still awake, and luckily, with a few broken ribs. Is there anything they won't do? Help them first. There should still be some meds and supplies when we're bringing back. I'm confused what they're saying, man. I'm so confused. Those are our wares. How are we going to explain to the guards if we're short? We're going to get punished too. I'll cover the loss. You have a lot of supplies with you? Those people don't have anything to give you in return. The most valuable thing they have is their own lives. Listen, Four Eyes. Not that I don't want to save them, it's just... I know. Being part of the cargo crew used to be an enviable position for a Bumblebee. With a more established structure, car crew members couldn't just make a living underneath a leader who cares about them. Unlike the Bumblebee, the car crew can hardly look after themselves nowadays, not to mention other people. All the heavily wounded first, supplies are scarce, but they also helped us in the past. No way we could save one shot in the gut. Then we have 5 we can save. But listen, Four Eyes here. Listen to Four Eyes here. It also what Rachel would have wanted, not to mention that we're almost ready. You're right, let's go. The car crew members gestured to each other before running toward the warehouse where the wares are. Thanks. You said there were 7. Where's the other one? You mean old Ed? He didn't make it. He was the one who couldn't finish the job. Those guards. Ed was old and sick. They still chose him to work out there. So where is he? The Bumblebee captain points out at the ruins to the west, his expression livid. You don't want to go there, though. He died from an infection. Wait, no one? Hey! Let him go. Old Ed took care of him when he was young. He was the one who helped Noah see Julie one last time before he died. Don't blame me if he's infected. With no way to express his anger, the captain, his fist hits the wall with a dull thud as the echoes fade. Everyone hears a woman heartbreaking cry from behind. The person with the gun wound is no longer in pain, surrounded by his friends and companions. He has left this cold, uncaring world behind. I still think this is like a messed up story at the end of the day, because so if they don't do their job properly, then they don't get paid, which doesn't make any sense. Or if they lose supplies, then their pay is docked significantly to pay for the goods that are damaged or lost. If one person doesn't do the job properly, then they don't get paid. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. Why even work at all then at that point? Because like, let's say for instance, like you have like a job, right? And like, oh, I guess like a good example is probably like, you know, in school, you're doing a project, right? And like you delegate the work. If every person, you have like 4 people in a group to do the group project. And what if like one person just doesn't do his part of the project? So all of a sudden, even though you all did a part of the project, you all get a 0 because one person didn't do his part of the project. So what was the sense of even doing the project in the first place? You worked on the project, you did all of your work, right? Guy number 2 does all of his work. Woman number 3 does all of her work. And then the 4th person just doesn't do anything. And so now you just fail the entire class, or you get like a 0 on the project. It doesn't make any sense, man. What is the point of even working? Because like now you're just like playing like a gambling hand where it's like, oh, if like this person doesn't do like their work, then I'm just not going to get anything. But hopefully everyone does their part. Otherwise, I'm just not going to get anything. It doesn't make sense, man. I don't understand. I'd rather not even work at that point because I'm not good. Am I just going to flip a coin and hope that my crew does their job? Or is it more like, you know, if your crew doesn't do their part of their job, you cover for them and do their part of the job. So all of a sudden they're getting paid to do nothing. I have no idea, man. TLDR, they're here for weapons on behalf of Rachel, under the cover of exchanging materials, and some people died because of the guards' carelessness. Yeah, that's essentially it. I mean, based on what I heard, because like they called the guards for assistance and the guards didn't even answer because they were sleeping on the job. That's a delicate aristocrats for you. People are doing anything to survive. But at the same time, though, is it doing anything to survive, though? If you're getting screwed over like this, it doesn't. I feel like at that point you're not even surviving. It's more like just forced labor or no gains at all. I don't know. It's kind of a notion that kind of lives in this world too, this current world, we're like, oh, we're like all a team, and then like if one person on a team just doesn't do it properly, you're like, oh no, we should have done this better. But at the same time though, that one person just didn't do their job, and now we're all suffering for that one person. The saying that goes around is like, the good suffer for the bad. Nah, I don't believe in that. That's nonsense. Good should not suffer from the bad. One bad apple doesn't ruin the whole box. You throw out the one bad apple and then you move on with your life. And in fact, you know what? You change like the one bad apple and put a good apple in the bunch. That's what you should do. No bad apple ruining a bunch. I can't, man. Ugh. A sense of the world. Aristocracy. I hate aristocrats. I can't, man. Every game, the aristocrats are evil. Ugh. I can't. Oh, hey, time about we have finished our burying of the dead and boarding the trucks with their belongings in grief. No one is met with more bad news. What's wrong? The cargo crew member in charge of inspecting the wares is standing next to a pile of collapsed crates, staring at the blood flowing out from underneath in panic. The upper level guards were checking the goods and found a few blessing boxes too packed. I was going to distract them, but a crane in the warehouse suddenly moved and knocked down the crates on the top. The cargo crew member points down to the control panel in distance, where a woman is sitting quietly with her head lowered. She's not looking at the bloody scene, and nor does she look like she intends to leave her seat. She is the wife of the person who just passed, the one who got shot in the gut. What should we do? It's 3 dead guards under these crates. How the hell are we going to explain it? It was an accident. The deaths have nothing to do with the blessing boxes or any of the personal quarries. That's what they're going to say. And will the other guards believe us? I'll testify. I'm also partially responsible. I should have packed the blessing boxes more carefully. Thank you. This would have happened even if they hadn't discovered the boxes. Besides, looking at the crying woman at the control panel, power secured by violence will only one day be taken by violence. Interesting. Power by violence will only be one day taken by violence. An eye for an eye, then? I don't know. It's all sorted. Yes, and you'll find your payment inside Warehouse Alpha 1. Thanks again. We've got to go. Are you alright? You look like you're going to break down any second. Break down? Me? Is there someone else here? Hearing her words, no one finally notices a dull pain in his chest. I'm fine. Just exhausted. Is that all? Your team told me one of the dead bees was someone who took care of you since you were young. How could that be all? Even though he has seen his share of deaths, it's not something he can get used to. But we're all standing within a rushing riptide right now. Any careless mistake will bring thousands of folks in the cargo crew down with us. There are too many people we have to save, and the only way we can turn this around is by tackling the root of the problem. You're captain, the commandant of the cargo crew now, so every move you make will be monitored. Don't do anything on impulse and be patient. Act like a grown-up. Never mind. It's impressive that you're still functioning and doing your job as it is. Most can't go into the cargo crew at your age, not to mention become a captain. But since they're expendable, okay, they can get more clueless people from outside on the train using the gotcha boxes. They don't care about the people on the low level that die like rats. Yeah, but at the same time, though, I don't really understand why they keep pulling in more people, though. Although, I guess since, like, it's expendable, then, like, you don't need to, like, really help your crew at all. Because if you just get rid of those guys, you can just get some more people to kind of take their place. It's kind of like the same notion of, like, I don't know, like any RTS game. You know, just getting rid of, like, tier 1 units. It doesn't really matter if they die, they're expendable. You want to get to, like, the more higher tier units. Losing a tier 1 is, like, nothing, because you can replace them, like, at the drop of a hat. But if it was, like, a tier 3 or something like that, you would want to keep it. And, like, really take care of it. I guess like this game, for instance, like if your triple S characters or, you know, your S characters, because compared to A rank characters, people wouldn't care so much about A rank characters because they're, you know, just weaker overall. And I guess here, like bumblebees, don't really matter because like you can just swift them out, you know, for like new fresh people, and they'll be more than happy to do your job. Wow. Oh, interesting though. It's still crazy. It's people though you're messing with. People you're just like sacrificing and just like swapping at the drop of a hat. That's insane, man. But that's aristocrats for you. Good old aristocrats. I can't. But hopefully they do something about it soon though. Because yeah, the lower level suffering, upper level thriving. I mean, I wouldn't really want to say that they're driving though. I feel like the grass isn't much greener in the upper level though. Because otherwise, then why would they be doing this kind of stuff to them? Yeah, I don't know. Smiling, are we? Be mellow, or just cold-hearted? Neither. I'm busy and I don't have time to be sad. I kinda see why Rachel trusts you on a job this important. There are still some things I'm curious about, but I'm not sure if it's my place to ask. And what is it? I've been told that supplies are even more scarce on a train than the refugee bases like ours. How has Rachel managed to find so many things to trade? No idea. Rachel has her own way and she certainly won't tell me. How likely do you think we'll win? No idea. There's still a lot of things. There's still a lot we aren't sure about and many we don't trust. Missing now is a fool's errand. That was the last batch of weapons. When are you going to act? No idea. That's up to Rachel. You have no idea about anything, and you still carry on. Are you eager? That eager to die? Well, there's no reason why Captain Rachel doesn't tell any of us the details. The aristocrats have known that we're up to something for a while. Well, failing to find any evidence, all they can do is pressure us and keep searching. Should they get a hold of anything, the consequences will certainly be dire. But if you're curious, why don't you agree with Captain Rachel's proposal, Mr. Beth and you? You're both merchants that she's cooperated with secretly for a long time. Perhaps she'll make an exception and tell you her plan? Having a refugee base to support us continuously will give us something reliable to fall back on. They've already planned cover for us after all. Grandfather said no, and that means no. You can owe me a favor for covering for you, but it has nothing to do with my grandfather on the base. She looks down in silence briefly. Grandfather said that you're destined to fail. You're all one step away from your graves. Any instability at the Delic will impact our bases greatly, and if you all lose, our trades will also be affected. Not to mention the elderly on the train and the other kids like you. Better a corpse than a servant of an accomplice to those aristocrats. Is that something a kid your age gets to say? That's what everyone says. I just take after them. Speaking of which, everyone on your team is older than you. Do they listen to you? They don't have to. I only made captain because I get along with the people around me. They're not impressed with what I can do. They simply support and trust me as their comrade. And I listen. I listen to them as often as they listen to me. We're all equal. Equal? I was expecting more arrogance from a kid like you. How old are you anyway? 18 next summer. I thought you were no older than 14. I guess you're still waiting for your growth spurt. Well, do your best and live. You still owe me one. Thanks, I appreciate it. I like to sincerely, no one has no idea how he will come to regret his promise in the future. But what's your name? Bella. My name's Bella. Last name Beth, like my grandfather. Bella Beth. Oh, cool name. I guess I'll call you Wait, what? Oh, he got interrupted. Bella gets him a solid knock on the head before he can finish. I guess Rachel didn't tell you not to call me that. She only talked about old Mr. Beth, not Miss Beth. Beth is fine. I'm older than you, but you're not old enough for honorifics. Alright, Beffy. Well, this will be his first and last time to call Bella by that name. No one's prepared to make any sacrifices. He never expects to see her again. Well, I'll see you around. With those words that even himself finds improperable. No one waves and turns around, leaving a smile that he has put on so many times on occasions like this. The bell only remembers that there was something she forgot to ask when no one's figure disappeared from her sight. What's his name again? You forgot his name already? Oh my god. What's wrong with you, bro? That's interesting. So that is Babylonia. Interesting, interesting. As I'm certain I've seen that sprite before, but I don't know where I've seen it. I'm certain I saw it somewhere though. I'm certain I saw it somewhere, because it looks so familiar. The purple hair, and that look that she gave. I don't know where I've seen it before. Ah. He never told her. Really? Oh yeah, that's right. He never did tell him, actually. Yeah, she never did. She asks a lot of questions about him, though. And she knows about Rachel, though, which is interesting as well. But doesn't, like, word come around in, like, this area? You know, I feel like his name would come up at some point for her. Although, I guess maybe she wasn't paying attention. In the beginning of the chapter, there was a flashback. Oh, is that when I seen her then? I saw her in a flashback. Interesting, interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Okay. So I saw her in a flashback then. And oh my god, we're still going on with this. Cinder burns. 2:14. Oh my god. How much longer is this, by the way? I remember last time I streamed this game, which, again, it was like a week ago. They said like it was like 12 hours or something. And so today, I've done like 2 hours. Wow. What is the deal with this? Good grief. Oh my god. I think I have to call it here though, because I do have other things I need to do today. Hi Lucia, how's it going? Yeah, I do think I got to call it here though, but I think I'm going to be on later tonight. I keep saying this, by the way, I'm going to be on later tonight. Well, I'm certain that's going to happen this time because this week has been like very long and difficult, but I'm free now. I'm certain that I'm free now, and I hope nothing gets in my way again, because everything's been getting in my way, but I'm certain that I should be free this time. So I think I'll be on tonight, most likely. Although I don't know what time it is for everyone else though. But it's like, right now it's like afternoon for me. So tonight, it'll be like a late night stream. I'm finishing this game tonight, man. Not the game, but like this story tonight. I'd like to finish the story tonight because I want to get back to the main story. As much as I like this, I really do like this. I'm not in a rush to ever finish this. But at the same time though, I gotta get through this game very quickly. I gotta get through this game. I gotta get through the main story, which we still got quite a distance to go. The renewal, the infinite loop, and the pilgrimage. I gotta get through all this so I can get back to other games as well. I gotta finish this game. Oh, I can't stay here forever. I guess I got other things on like the agenda to get through. Although I guess I could do this like over time, but overall, I just kind of don't want to come back to it. I want to finish it now. Now is the time. I don't want to keep coming back because I feel like I'm going to forget like a part of the story that comes into like the future. I don't want to forget anything. I already have like a lot on my plate with this game because like just remembering from like the beginning all the way to like now, it's like insane. I'm already forgetting names of people in this game. Oh man, I'm already forgetting names. It's awful. Like the Iron Maiden. Oh man, the Iron Maiden. I didn't forget the Iron Maiden. I still remember the Iron Maiden. That character is so cool, by the way. The Iron Maiden. Although she's a little bit nudie, no? Oh man, good thing that hair is covering her in the right spot. Otherwise, I'd be in trouble. Oh man. Still my favorite arc in the game. The renewal arc. Oh man, the renewal arc. Oh, I like that CG, by the way. I've always liked Ayla. I'm not sure how you pronounce her name, by the way. It's Ayla or Ayala? I don't know. Ayla Kaleido. I like that frame of hers a lot. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's spoilers. I should look. 21. What's going on with 21? Oh, she got like she got the feral frame in that one, which is interesting. And then there's also Vera there in the picture. I shouldn't look though. I shouldn't look. But alright. I think I'm gonna end it here. It's been quite a stream. Oh my god. It's only been 2 hours, but I think I'll be on a bit later today. At the nighttime. I will do a light stream, and I will try to plow my way through Cinder burns. Good grief. I gotta get through this. It's so long. We're on part 2. I think part 3 is the final. Part 3 is the final. If I had to do an all-nighter, we're doing it. Because we're on the weekend now, so I got all the time in the world, baby. I got all the time in the world. All-nighter, baby. I got it. But alright, that will do it for me. If today's your birthday, happy birthday. I swear, I gotta get people's birthdays. I gotta do birthday celebrations. I don't know. But today's your birthday. Happy birthday. Hope you have a great day, great evening, great night, and I will see you next time. Please take care.